picture. So if he can hold it
Gotcha.
to, or you can just type in. I mean, we'll know what they're wagering going into the break, but for that final answer, hey, the answer is if you could just, I don't know, help me out
Yep.
on the
I can type it
chat
in the
box if I'm
box or
hesitating.
during the break.
Yeah,
I can type it in the box or during the break. We can just
right.
have you lose the chat box. We can either
Okay,
one of those we can try.
okay, okay. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, we'll know the wager. Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be some good personality in this one, so we'll just do what
Yeah, they're
we've been
both.
doing and kind of just let them have fun and let them go, and then we'll just edit it down to time.
Okay.
Oh, and on the pronunciation, are you good on Chicago dog, as in chicken, and Ago dog, as in
Oh yeah, it
Chicago?
is. Yeah, what's the? Yeah, you're right. It's not Chicago. It's Chicago. I got to phoneticize that for B, or else I could stumble when I'm. Let's see. What question is that?
That is sixth inning, I
Six.
believe. Yeah.
Sixth inning. Yeah. So it's. Yeah. Thanks
A
for reminding
Chicago
me of that.
dog.
Is it sandwich? Is it a Chicago sandwich or
Sandwich.
Chicago
Sandwich. Yeah.
dog sandwich? Okay, just want to make sure.
Sandwich. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Which one is not? Which of the ingredients is not in a Chicago sandwich?
Yeah.
Chicago. Thank you. Yes, for.
And also the question above it, the fifth inning, which former Cubs player once said, just make sure we say player because obviously Ross
Um,
is still with the team, so
yeah,
he
he
wouldn't be a
was a.
former
Yeah.
Cub. So just which former
Okay.
Cubs player, just in
Player. I
case you
see.
don't
Yep,
skip
it's
a
on there.
word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of
Just
those reminders are good.
yep.
Yeah, otherwise, I think we're good to go.
Yeah. As
Um,
soon as I log in, I'm ready. And I'll lay out for a second on that, and then I'll just pick up when I say time to do this. Is the first time we have two previous winners going head to head. Lay out, and then I'll
and
say, hey, welcome Ryan Dempster. Yeah.
Kevin Dusold or Suzanne, if you're on, can we or whoever's handling the records, can you just keep the records? Can you start them a little earlier and end them a little later than usual too? Because there's going to be some good backhaul stuff between both these guys that I want to have the option to edit in if necessary.
Yeah, as soon as they both log in, I'll start the record.
Perfect. And then same thing, like once the records are stopped, just go ahead and let it play out until we're like saying goodbye. Because there's sometimes they'll tell stories or whatever and it ends up being cool things, but if we don't have it on the record, then it doesn't matter, you know.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
I'm at about 65% on this iPad. Is that we should be all right, huh? I can grab a charger if I need it, but
I burned through 22% last week, so I think you're doing okay.
okay, okay. Oh, good. All right. See, he even
Yeah.
has stats and research on the battery time
Yes.
of an iPad. That's
I
good.
try to
That could be a.
try to be observant,
That's very good.
just because I know I like to do this at 100% all the time, and then I watched where it filtered down to last week, and it got to 78. So
I can never gauge on. I mean, I was on it earlier, and then the phone. Boy, those iPhone batteries go fast too.
They're lifelines.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Without Jerry Seinfeld, his latest stand-up on Netflix, it's not great, but it's but he's pretty good when he talks about our phones and how we're connected and how we can't exist without them. And
And Chris, just remember 7th inning, they can steal both answers.
yes, both of them can. Yes, and I've made myself a big note
And even
to not get wrapped up.
we are taping it too, so even if you need to pause for a sec to double check, it's fine. We can always edit out the dead air.
Okay. Yeah, you did a nice job of the Jason Hamill one when I jumped him in the last assignment. But so I'll just say, okay, incorrect. We have a chance to steal here, and I think Carlos is going first in that one. If I remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm doing the show tomorrow again with Smoltz and Ken Rosenthal, the FS1,
nice.
version of. It's we should have some news. That since we don't have whip around without games, that's where they do that once a week kind of thing. So
yeah,
Kevin's been doing a lot of that, but Rosenthal's always good, and we're all Smoltz fans.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rosenthal too.
Yeah, great guy, hard worker. Any thoughts on that whole father-son? I mean, I know that's not till June something, but I was trying to think of something in the Cubs organization.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
I was just thinking out loud about that father-son show idea. Not doesn't have to be father-son combo. Or does anybody have any of the players have somebody in the minors or something that's a player that?
The only
Cub.
ones that come to mind, immediately, would be Sarge and Sarge Jr. That might be good.
Right.
I don't. Todd Hundley and Randy Hundley. I don't think Randy Hundley would be a good fit for this show.
No. Okay. All right. That's why we throw it out. But, I didn't know of any.
Yeah, I mean, your Swisher idea is not bad.
Yeah, because it's far removed from the other thing. I don't know what his dad's like, but Swish brings a lot of energy. So even if his dad's a little so-so, it's still kind of a cool. We could do the whole show could be father-son stuff. Not only about them, but Cubs and Chicago, father-son. Yeah. Just a thought. If it runs that week, what is Father's Day? It's usually around the U.S. Open, but that got moved.
Right.
20th or something.
It's around June.
Yeah, it's usually mid-June.
Yeah, let's see if I get the exact date. I bet it's June 14th.
Oh, it's just a little earlier. Okay. At least to me, it seemed. I always thought it was.
You know what? I apologize. I think it's June 21st. June 21st. Forgive me.
Okay.
You might have a full-fledged spring training at that point, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the hope. Then that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we do there's still discussion about continuing the show, but maybe not every week or doing a couple a month or something, depending. So I hope we do to at least have some form, even if it's one a month during the. That's good.
Oh boy.
Ah, there he goes. Like he's ready to go. Is he the announcer or
It's
the
game day,
player or
Chris.
the or the comic? Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my coat on as host to up the standard a little bit. But it's funny. You got everybody. You're in everybody's head who's on the show. Even people not competing against you. They're all like, "Oh, I saw Dempster. He set the standard. I don't know if I can match up."
Oh,
That's good.
I better bring it again today.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Carlos. I think Carlos was an upset winner over Plesac, at least in my book. He rolled the dice late.
Uh,
He brings a
he's
lot
a
of
he's
energy,
a
but we'll
sneaky
see.
yeah, and he's sneaky knowledgeable when it comes to all things baseball.
Right? Okay. Now you guys were teammates. Hey, Notch, how about they face each other? Do we have any numbers
Yes,
on Ryan
yes.
against
Three
Carlos?
appear- 3 appearances, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
So,
semi-intentional walk.
do you
Oh, you
remember it?
remember? He remembers. That's good.
I think I can look up the scenario.
Well, I'm sure Ryan could tell us but it says I would have Carlos.
Hey, Demp, are you on your
He won't
iPad by
remember.
chance?
No, do you want me to?
Yeah, the video will look a lot better like it did last time, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So
I'll be right back.
Cool,
I'm gonna
thanks.
hop off for a second.
Oh, a 3-2 pitch.
And then you're gonna go up to Coeur d'Alene after that. How long is Yellowstone to Coeur d'Alene?
Correct. And he'll go Demp first, then Pena, then Nacho, then the rules.
Hot there. Let's see if we can.
But for Nacho, you can just go to the 4 box.
I know my role.
Yeah, I think the light on, Chris, works.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just trying to control the brightness. So it doesn't look washed out to you? Sorry, because maybe it's my monitor.
No, on my end.
No? Okay.
All right, Chris, try taking the light off, actually, real quick. Let's see.
Which one? The This one, I can turn off a backlight. I was just trying to lower it.
One, yeah, that one.
That's
The one, yeah, by the left.
that's too.
Yeah, to me that's too dark.
Yeah, let me, if I can just put it on.
Demp, that's much better, thanks.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So, Demp, the walk
Hello.
happened in the 6th inning. The Red Sox led the Astros 6-2. You had just struck out Brandon Laird.
Try turning the one off on your right side there. Yep.
Yeah, that's off.
It was a
Brandon
3-2
Laird.
count. Yeah, with Chris Carter on deck.
That should be better.
Oh,
Stand
well,
by.
With
that's a
who
little
was on
better,
deck?
Chris Carter, the all or nothing
Oh yeah.
Still kinda-
expert.
See what I mean? Intentional.
And then try and slide back to your left.
Yeah.
We'll keep the lighting like that, Chris. That looks good, thanks.
Oh, it does.
Still had the
Okay,
4-run
and to
lead,
my
but-
left, a little this way.
But you definitely didn't want Carlos to do damage against you. And then you concluded that inning and your appearance by getting Fernando Martinez to ground out.
This side's a little.
And Demp, can you slide a little touch to your left as well? Perfect, thank you.
Demp, you're going to use the "It's a game day, Chris" line again when we're actually on the recording the show here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's too
100%.
good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll so we won't see him until after that Nat sound open, right? When I come on, I say we got two previous. I'm dressed up because I have a coat on. Two previous winners for the first time going head to head. Sound, and then let's welcome.
And then
I'll
we'll
just say let's
show
welcome
everybody.
Ryan Dempster. Yeah, let him react, and then I can mention the background. People know who he is who are watching.
When you say it's the first time of two winners, you can just pause there.
Right.
That's where the subtle. Demp,
Did I hit that? Is that
our good friend Rome was wondering if
That's
this is the
perfect,
first
Chris.
time the pitcher is wearing eye black.
First time this year so far. I mean, Halloween hasn't got here yet. I'm full uni, by the way. I'm
Pants,
really?
belt.
nice.
going for it.
The belt.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, if you have the socks on, I think.
I wish I
We're
did.
gonna-
I really
No,
felt
okay.
I almost went full. My wife wouldn't let me wear spikes in the house, so I didn't go for it.
Okay. Well, that's
I was
understandable. I'm going to change this jacket. Hang on, I'll be right back.
I was thinking about something else, but I'm not going to ask it to you over this forum. If you really full-fledged.
Well, if I'm wearing a cup,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't know what kind of pot shots he's going to take at me.
Right. Got to protect the business at all times.
That's right.
All right.
So you were facing Eric Bedard that day against the Astros, and you outdueled
Whoa.
him. Yeah,
Canadian
The man
on
who
Canadian right there.
that's true. I just think of him as the man who made the Orioles.
Yep.
Adam Jones.
It was Adam Jones.
I think Chris Tillman was in that trade too, if memory
Yep.
serves.
Chris Tillman.
Yep.
Didn't George Sherrill, wasn't he part of that deal going one way or
I
the
think
other?
so. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
As usual, the Mariners bought high and cost them again.
Yeah. That's why they haven't been in the playoffs since 2001. The 116 win season. You got good support. Rossi homered for you. Ortiz homered for you. Will Middlebrooks homered for you.
Yep.
Pena's having a
Got
tough
lot of
time
support with it.
getting logged in.
If you think he's having a tough time getting logged in, wait till we start this trivia show up. He's gonna have a real tough time. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we heard from Carlos? Or?
He's working on getting logged in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not saying you're logged in either. So wherever it's sending you is not the right place. So Let's just try creating an entire new one.
Okay.
Let's just do a new one.
So I'm going to log out and log back in.
Gotcha.
You're good, Ryan. I'll send Carlos a new link.
One sec.
Oh, I got you.
I'll send Carlos a new link.
Yeah, let's
You wanna?
resend Carlos. He said he's clicking and it's sending him in, and he's the only one in the room. So whatever it's sending him is not correct, obviously.
Any guesses, Ryan, who was playing shortstop behind you for the Red Sox that day?
Shortstop behind me,
Yes.
John McDonald.
No.
Okay. Was he? It wasn't Stephen Drew, right?
No.
So it was a random shortstop playing.
Yep.
Hanley?
Random?
No.
No, it was Marrero.
Close.
Eli. Wow.
It was
Herrera.
Pedro Sirocco.
Wow.
He came up with some big hits for us that year.
Yeah. Ellsbury in center, Johnny Gomes in left, Pedroia batting third,
Left.
second,
Ellsbury.
Poppy, Napoli was
Try and
at
truck a
first,
little bit more to your left there, Chris, if you can.
My left
Daniel
a little more.
Nava.
See if I can
Yep.
move this
Nava and right or at first?
Right. Napoli was at first, Middlebrooks was at third, Rossi would caught you, and
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
Was,
Yeah.
short.
I need more
Ellsbury
left.
might be
That's
one
perfect.
of the bigger
Okay.
contract disappointments in the history of baseball.
Easily.
Whew.
That lighting's better
That's
at first
crazy.
for sure.
It's amazing,
Okay,
you know, especially then, that's 2013 going into 2014 he signed. You know how many
Yep.
days that Dustin Pedroia had to go in the locker room and be like, "Hey, Els, you got to play, dude. It's the playoffs. Let's go."
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
Because you,
Wow. Hey. There he
hey,
is.
This dude is decked out.
it's oh yeah, it's on.
What's going on, guys?
It's
Hello.
Oh
good to see you,
my
Carlos.
gosh.
You better get ready.
Good to see you.
He's not kidding
Perfect.
around.
He's a human encyclopedia, I know that.
Hey,
Thanks,
Bilo.
KD.
He's Google. He's
There
better
you
than
go.
Google.
520
Oh my God.
games for the Yankees. So
What's
rough
that?
math, I think it's 520 games he played for the Yankees for 153 million. So somewhere around 300 grand a game.
All right. You guys ready to roll here? We'll
Once we get Pena locked
Dude.
in.
you. Okay.
Look at
Oh,
you.
that
With the little twisted to the side. My
Yeah, it looks a
man.
little
What's up, Greg? How
slanted,
you doing, Greg?
Carlos.
And should I be
Which way?
seeing my picture in a picture over him, or is that the right thing?
Tilt it, pull the left side down.
So I
Your
need
left
to do
side.
this.
You got it, yep.
It needs to do this. Okay.
Yep, right there, yep.
Nice.
And then if you could try and sit a little further back whenever you get settled, just show a little bit more chest room.
Yeah, just so we can show the pecs.
The facts, yes, he was.
All right. Boom. There. I can't believe you didn't.
always the showman.
Actually, I can believe you.
That was very
So
kind.
you'll
of you.
tilt it
There's
a little
lot
bit?
more Other things when they say always the.
Yeah, still a
that's-
little slanted.
Yeah, that wasn't a compliment.
Okay,
You're right. You never
Same
know what's
way.
going to happen.
Pull down on the left side.
Still. Okay, let me get something to prop it up. I don't know
Still
why
a
it's
little,
doing
yeah.
Just grab
You
one of
tell by
those,
that picture
one of those
frame.
plates, Carlos. One of those 45-pound plates that you just finished curling.
that. My man. My man.
Carlos, are you in Florida? Where are you? Where's your home?
I'm in Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
This thing's probably now slanted the other way. Let's see.
It's a nice feeling.
It's definitely better.
Yeah,
That,
looks good.
that's better. Now let's just center you up.
A straighter?
So sit back. Yeah, so more to your right a
Oh,
touch.
great idea.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. And then, do you have any room to tilt up? Just to show a
Yeah.
little bit more headroom? Just a touch more headroom. Perfect. Let's see real quick. That's good. Slide a touch more to your right and we're all set. You got it. All right, Steve, just let me fix these boxes. I'll be good.
Oh my
Just making sure you guys have a piece of paper and Sharpie as well.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Beautiful.
and Kevin or Nick, should I be seeing? I see the 4 box. I've got the chat box, but then I see me in a little box also. Is that what I should be seeing?
Yep.
Up over my. Yeah. Okay.
You can make the little box smaller too if you want it out of the way. The one of just you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, as long as I get to see the guys and the chat box and not. Okay.
All right. Beautiful. CP, are you good to go? Dempster
Yes, sir.
threw a full bullpen waiting.
Yeah, he's like he's already warmed
With eye
up.
black on.
Did some polls. I'm fully sweated, lathered up. I'm ready.
He's not even smiling.
There you go.
There he is. The old smile stuff. That's the man.
And Chris, if you hit
Sharpie
the square in your menu bar, you can get rid of the ISO cam of yourself if you want. That's just moving forward. If you just toggle down to the bottom of the screen, that little square, if you click
Yeah.
that, it
Okay.
won't show you anymore.
Which one? The green square? I mean the hollowed square?
Yep, the
Okay,
green one.
let me get rid of that. Okay, now
I'm
I
not
don't
even
see
going to touch my
myself at
phone.
all. Good. That's better. Okay. All right.
All right,
So
thanks,
can I see
Kevin.
the four?
All good.
Can I see the 4 box for a second? Sorry, I just want to make sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. That's easier. Okay.
All right. Once we get Carlos's camera squared away, it's the same drill, same scoring system. 2 points
I'm just
for
going to leave it
actually.
the way it was.
Last time it was 1 run when you were playing in the 4th, but those are 2 runs now. The heads up.
Oh yeah, the 4th 2 runs, right?
4th through 6th are 2 runs. Same with the 7th and then the 8th is obviously a list still.
Are we sure? Yeah. So that's right. We didn't have that, did we? So the 4th are
Give me
2
1
runs.
second.
Okay. I forgot about that.
1 second.
Remind me of that break. Shoot, 2 runs. Okay. So yeah, when did we change that?
CP, you going Gladiator?
Oh, I got it here. I'm about to whip it out when he tries to, when Greg, goes like, look,
Okay.
well, Demps looks ready, whatever. I don't know. And watch what I do.
Yeah. Well. All right.
All right, are we good on Carlos, Kevin?
I'm trying to get rid of that.
Stand by.
Greg
He
said.
touched this camera one more time. Give me
3 bucks.
Someone get Dempster a jacket, keep his arm warm.
That's a myth. 4 hours physiologically. I found that out later after I was done playing. It takes 4 hours for your arm to fully cool off. So, I mean, unless the team's scoring 30 in an inning, I'm fine.
You're gonna be good.
Yeah, you don't see
you
it as
never
often
really needed
anymore.
to wear a jacket.
Uh-uh.
At least I'm wearing Cubs blue.
Hey, Carlos, I didn't have to wear that trash bag Mizuno trash bag looking thing back in 1996 when I ran either. But when I saw Bobby Witt and Jeff Russell doing pulls with that thing as a young kid, I'm like, I'm wearing one of those. That's what the big
Yeah, no
leaguers
matter. Exactly. The shiny stuff. Make you lose weight. Keep you trim.
I'm all good,
What
Steve. You want
challenge
a
that
single
is.
of Myers here?
So I'll keep head down.
All right. I think we're all set. So Myers, we're going to keep you on an ISO to start.
Okay.
And then once you pause for that SOT break is when we'll have you count back in, and we'll bring in the 4 box or the 3 box before not. Yep. Just like last time, we'll introduce you guys, and then you'll both make a comment. We'll have some fun. The more personality, the better, obviously, which you both know. Talk trash, do whatever. And Dempster will go first with our first inning question, and Chris will lead the way. So have fun. Thanks for joining. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, and how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite. I'm Chris Myers, hosting, and for all of us hanging out at home, we're going to have a little fun with some Chicago-centric and Cubs questions. 2 contestants, unscripted. And before we introduce them, let me try it again. All right, I got to be quicker there. I forgot I have to go to the sound. Yep. All right.
In 3, 2, 1.
Hi, and how are you? Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite on Marquee Sports Network. I'm Chris Myers, and we have a special show for you today. You'll notice that I'm wearing a jacket. That's because for the first time, we have 2 contestants who have each won previously on this program, now going head-to-head. And I'll pick it up. So let's welcome Ryan Dempster, 16-year Major League veteran, 9 with the Cubs, and you see going against Carlos Pena, 14-year veteran. And you can't help but notice, I put a coat on. Ryan, you look like you're going to go out and pitch here. You're taking this seriously.
I am, Chris, and like I'm a smiler. I like to have a good time, but I also got to show that I'm game ready. So I'm game ready. I blacked up. I even went, I went full uni, belt and everything.
Oh my God!
I'm ready for Carlos Pena. I want him to bring it. Let's go.
Hey, listen, man. I see you. I knew you were going to come ready, but I'm also ready, son. Got my gladiator helmet, brother. Ready to roll.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you ready to be entertained? Are you ready to be entertained?
We are.
Ready to battle.
Ryan, Dempster has been the favorite and set the standard. We might need to hear you, Carlos, through the broadcast. You could save that for later. Carlos was an upset winner over Dan Plesac to reach this matchup. Now, you guys were teammates at one point, Carlos, but you faced Ryan Dempster when he was on the mound, correct? You remember?
Yeah, that's right.
3 times.
I'm going to do the whole show with the gladiator helmet. Is that all right?
Don't hide that beautiful face, man.
Yeah, you work hard
fine.
to you work hard for your.
I'm gonna mess up my moss.
Head to head.
My moss.
That's right, your hair. That's all right.
All right,
wow.
here we go.
Okay. And so you were, by the way, 0 for 2 with a walk when you faced him. So we look forward to this. Hang on, folks. We do have Chris Antonacci-Notch, our researcher statistician. He'll fact check and keep us honest in the later lightning round. The format's simple. We play a 9-inning game. You guys have been through it. Multiple choice. Questions get a little tougher. You can get more runs. You can steal some runs in the 7th. You're on the clock. A lightning round with a list option. And then, of course, it's never over until the walk-off question. So if everybody's ready, theatrics at all, time to play. Play at home trivia presented by Miller Lite. And we're going to start Ryan, you'll go first here. First inning, the category, studying your opponents, okay? Which team drafted Carlos Pena 10th overall in the 1998 Major League Baseball draft? Was it A, the Tigers, B, the Texas Rangers, C, the Oakland A's, or D, the Tampa Bay Rays?
I'm going to go with the A, the Detroit Tigers.
And that is incorrect. It was interesting because it was the Texas Rangers who, Ryan, they also drafted you in '95 in the 3rd round. Same organization. All right, Carlos, early chance for the
All right.
lead. There, we may have an upset in the opening inning. Ryan
Don't
Dempster.
speak too soon, Greg.
I know. Ryan Dempster is he's second on the all-time list for most innings pitched by a Canadian-born pitcher. Who is first? Is it A, Cy Young, B, Randy Johnson, C, James Paxton, or D, Fergie Jenkins?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
you want to
Okay.
repeat those again? Cy Young, Randy Johnson, James Paxton, or Fergie Jenkins, a Canadian-born pitcher.
Exactly.
Who is?
I know Jenkins. No, I'm gonna go with Jenkins. He was born in Canada. I was. What is?
That's
What do you got?
correct. Yes, that is correct.
Placata, man. There you have it. Okay. Calm down. I got
Paxton.
it. Calm down.
All right, it's a 1-0 lead. A second inning. Here we go. Ryan, back to you. Cubs pitchers, the category. Four
Okay.
former Cub pitchers have beat all 30 Major League Baseball teams in their career. Which one of these that we're going to name has not accomplished that feat? Is it A, John Lester, B, John Lackey, C, Jamie Moyer, or D, Dan Herron? Who has not defeated all 30 teams? Former Cubs pitcher.
I'm gonna go with I gotta say Dan Herron.
No, incorrect. It's surprisingly John Lester, and the only team Lester has yet to defeat the Red Sox, of course, whom he played for, which is interesting. So, all right,
you sneaky dog! Yeah.
All right, Carlos can add to his lead. Here we go. Which one of these former Cub pitchers never homered in the postseason, Carlos? Never homered. A, Travis Wood, B, Kerry Wood, C, Carlos Zambrano, or D, Jake Arrieta?
Oh man. Okay. Those are pretty good hitters.
Yeah, they're all pretty
okay.
good. Can he add to his 1-0 lead over? Yes.
Greg, I honestly don't know, but I know you're a tricky guy. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, you're tricky. So I'm going to go, I don't know. But
all right.
The guy with the biggest power in that group is Carlos Zambrano. And I'm going to go that Carlos didn't hit a home run in the postseason.
That's amazing. He knows the tricky host. That is correct. Absolutely. and that is a shocker. Big Z, only pitcher, never hit a postseason homer. Had one hit in the postseason. It was a double back in 2007 against the Diamondbacks in the NLDS. Okay, so wow, it's a 2-0 advantage for Carlos Pena. We go to the third inning. Ryan Dempster. Here the category is Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout game. Which Astros player was the only one to get a hit off Kerry Wood during that 20 strikeout game? Now, I know you used to stay up late at night looking at baseball cards, encyclopedias here. So who is it? Is it A, Craig Biggio, B, Jeff Bagwell, C, Ricky Gutierrez, or D, Brad Osmus?
I'm starting to find my comfort zone now, Chris. I've been down 2-0 plenty of times in my career. This is where I start to thrive. So I'm going to go with C, Ricky Gutierrez.
That is absolutely correct. A single to lead off the third. Craig Biggio was hit by a pitch. They're the only two to reach base that day. Absolutely incredible. All right, so Dempster is in a groove. He gets his first run of the game here. So here you go, Carlos. Who was the Cubs catcher? Who was the catcher during Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout performance? A, Joe Girardi, B, Scott Service, C, Giovanni Soto, or D, Sandy Martinez?
I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, my eggs before they hatch. But let me tell you, Sandy Martinez played with me with the Licey Tigers in Dominican Republic Winter League. So I know this 100%. It was Sandy Martinez.
That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. That's a tough question. He started only 20 games that season, but was a strong catcher. Ryan, did you know that by chance or no? That was a tough one.
Yeah, that right there was Bill Walton going in for the easy hoop, Chris. That was just a layup.
Carlos has done his homework.
I don't think so.
He's got a.
That's the only chance, Greg. The only reason why I know that is because I played with him in the Winter League. He was my teammate, and that's one of his career highlights. So we used to talk about that, and he used to say that the nastiest pitcher he's ever seen. In one particular moment was that night, Kerry Wood. He was absolutely unhittable, obviously.
I didn't know you had such a tie in a pipeline, but that's what it takes to kind of keep Ryan Dempster on his heels. It's a 3-1 Carlos lead here. Coming up, the questions will get a little tougher. We're going to talk about the food scene at Wrigley Field. But first, when we continue on Play at Home, presented by Miller Lite, let's check in and say hi to Taylor McGregor, who has something special for our viewing audience and those of you playing along at home.
That was great. A lot of fun.
Good.
I can't believe I draw. That was a good Lester one because I knew he'd beat all these teams, and I didn't think about Boston. I knew he'd beat every other team, and I just didn't even clue in that he didn't beat the Red Sox.
Yeah, that was. I would have gone. Who was the? It was. I would have gone. Lackey would have been mine. But you think Rangers, Angels. There's a lot there to as they move around. But yeah, the Red Sox. All right, 3-1 Carlos. Now these are worth 2 runs, correct?
Yeah, 2 runs here.
2
runs here.
Carlos, can you tilt down a touch more?
Yeah.
It's Chris. Just so you know, Carlos, Chris. Right. So we're okay on that. Just so you're. I don't have to edit that out. All right. I'm going to show the whiteboard score.
Why am I calling
I
you
got to make
Greg?
sure I
know your name is Chris.
Greg
Imsinger.
I know. We've known each other for years. I know there is a Craig Myers and a Greg, but that's okay. I didn't want to correct you there. That'll be the scoreboard when I do that. Okay. And these are worth 2 runs, right? And we're going to start with Carlos first?
Yep. One sec. We're still tweaking a few things. But yeah, 2 runs each.
Okay.
I'm still flustered. I haven't seen Dempster miss more than 1 in this game yet, so I'm flustered.
I know. That was
I'm not talking.
That was a tough one. But I thought he'd get the Lester one too, but that by just his research and plenty of time left though. Hey, you remember, Carlos, you were way down against Plesac, I think, right? Did you wager runs or something? You pulled the upset, I think. Is how that happened.
At the end, Plesac went really. I told you he went for the green, and I just laid up.
That's right, and he lost. Yep.
Yeah, he came up short. He went in the water.
It was a shutout.
All right, here we go. Same idea. 2 runs each here. Same concept though. Still multiple choice. Pena, you'll start us off since Dempster started us off in the first block. Yep, 2 runs each, 3-1 score. All right, here we go. Chris.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hope you're enjoying Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite on Marquee Sports Network. And checking the old times scoreboard, it's a bit of an upset here. Carlos leading Ryan Dempster by the score of 3-1. But as we heard, Ryan came in as the favorite. He said he's been down before, not a concern. But here's a chance as we go to the 4th inning. These are worth the correct answer, 2 runs apiece. And we'll start with you, Carlos. The topic is Chicago icons. Theo Epstein made national headlines. If you remember, he was spotted near Wrigley Field at an establishment before interviewing for the Cubs president of baseball operations, that role that he had in 2011 that he was going for. So which establishment was it? Was it A, Dunkin' Donuts, B, McDonald's, C, Taco Bell, or D, Starbucks?
Chris, that's an easy one. I mean, not only do I remember, but if I had to guess, Theo Epstein had to go to Starbucks, get his coffee, doing his studying. It's most definitely Starbucks. I could have guessed that. Absolutely correct. You could tell you pay close attention. He had, when he would be in line, he had two phrases he would say when people say, "Hey, you're Theo Epstein." You know how the fans are. He said, "I'm not him, but I get that a lot." And then his other line was, "Who's Theo Epstein?" Which is kind of a cool thing. All right, so he nails that. Worth 2. It's a 5-1. Carlos Pena, the gladiator, is dominating here, but a chance for Dempster to respond. Here we go, Ryan. Which one of these major league teams did Harry Carey not call games for prior to joining the Cubs booth? So who did he not call games for? A, the Brewers, B, the White Sox, C, the Athletics, or D, the Cardinals?
Well, everybody
Brewers,
knows the
White
answer
Sox.
is the Brewers, Chris. Not more than I
absolutely.
do ever call a game.
But that's very good. I thought the A's too, but I guess it was just 1 year apparently back in 1970 with the Oakland A's. But that's a very good Harry Carey.
Charlie
Impressive.
Finley was
All
never
right.
afraid of bringing a good time into Oakland, and he made sure he brought Harry over there for a year.
He was creative with the different colored baseballs and bringing all kinds of animals on the field back before people did that type of thing. All right, 5-3. It's a Carlos hanging out of that 2-run lead. Now we go to the 5th here, Carlos. Famous books, quotes, or phrases, the category. Again, worth 2 runs. Which former Cub manager said 1, 2, 3, it's not that hard, in reference to a player who forgot how many outs there were? Was the manager A, Joe Madden, B, Dusty Baker, C, Lou Piniella, or D, Don Baylor?
I know
He's
this.
smiling. Do you know this?
I
He
know
knows
this.
this.
However, even if I didn't know and I had to guess, it would have to be Lou Piniella. Lou Piniella.
You have said absolutely correct. Sweet Lou. It was at a post-game press conference, 2009. The player, Milton Bradley, forgot right through the ball into the stands that there was only 2 outs instead of 3. It allowed a run to score for the Brewers. Okay, so Carlos stays
Epic.
hot. Let's see how he knew. You know, Ryan, he was gearing up for this. I mean, your reputation around all of our shows, everybody who's come on Play at Home has said, "Boy, I got to be up to Ryan Dempster." I saw him and he was fired up. So Carlos must have done a lot of research. Here we go. Which former Cubs player once said, "Talent is part of the equation, but when you combine talent with accountability and authenticity, it's tough to beat." As a former Cubs player, what he's A, Ben Zobrist, B, David Ross, C, Derek Lee, or D, Mark Grace?
Whew. D. Lee didn't talk much, so I'm not thinking it's D. Lee. He was always really quiet. Not Zoe. That's way over Rossi's head. I'm going to have to go with D. Mark Grace.
Wow. Okay. No, that's incorrect. It was David Ross. It's a quote from his book, Teammate, published in May of 2017 after he retired as a player following the season, the 2016 World Series season, and with the Cubs, of course, winning the championship. That was a quote in the book. Talent part of the equation, but when you combine talent with accountability and authenticity, it's tough to beat. Sounds like a manager to me, and we can't wait to see him manage. But meanwhile, I know you're hurting there, Ryan.
I'm in big trouble, not because I'm down to Carlos, but because I told David I read his book, and it turns out I didn't.
And it was when you said it was way over his head. I'm sure he's going to love that remark. So it went with Mark Grace over that. That's crazy. All right, so it
I
is
can't wait until you run into him.
lopsided 7-3 advantage. All right, so now the category Wrigley Field food. Which famous, Carlos, this is for you, which famous fast food chain was located on Addison and Clark in Wrigleyville before being demolished in 2018? Is it A, McDonald's, B, Burger King, C, Taco Bell, or D, Wendy's?
Hey, stop.
Oh, yep.
Just picking up that 6th inning question again.
Okay.
We had a little technical issue.
Stand by, Chris.
Kevin,
Let me
you're
reframe.
still good?
Yeah, I'm good. My iPad fell forward, but I think Ryan was talking, so it covered. It didn't. Hopefully, you didn't see me stumbling, reaching for it.
Nope, not at all.
The Ross story is hilarious. That's great for Instagram.
Yeah,
all right.
Thanks.
But you're giving Carlos a lot of time to think about this answer. So Ryan should protest this if we.
All right,
don't
one
move
second.
along.
Let's pick it up with the 6th
If I
inning
could grab
again.
my phone, I would Google it.
That's right. No Googling. No. You called Ryan Dempster the human Google when it comes to baseball here. So
He is.
see.
He is. He's an encyclopedia.
So I can pick
he's
it up on the
knowledge
3 shot
right
here.
now.
Steegs, does that work?
What's up? 3 shot? Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
3
hold on.
shot. And Chris, you're just picking it
Yeah,
up
I'm
with.
just doing
All
a
right,
show.
we head to
What's
the
up?
6th.
Oh,
7-3.
Okay.
I was just wondering if I could stay like 30 extra minutes.
No, like I said,
Okay.
okay, man.
What?
Just be home at 9 o'clock, like I said. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Oh,
Teenagers.
that's a tough dad. You got it right. That's cool. All right. So we're ready. I'll set it up to Carlos. You tell me when.
Kevin, you're still
All
rolling?
set. Still rolling, all
All
set
right.
here. Trying to.
Yep. 6th inning, repeat the category, and the score is still
Okay.
7-3, Carlos. In
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Carlos leading 7-3, 6th inning now. The topic of Wrigleyville. I got to say Wrigleyville. Sorry, not Wrigley Field. 3, 2, and 1. Now to the sixth inning. Wrigleyville food is the topic, again worth 2 runs. And Carlos with that amazing 7-3 advantage. Carlos, the question for you, which famous fast food chain was located on Addison and Clark in Wrigleyville before being demolished in 2018? Was it A, McDonald's, B, Burger King, C, Taco Bell, or D, Wendy's?
I would have to say Taco Bell.
That is correct. See, he hit another one. Fans and players used to go there for some 24, 25 years before it was demolished. So that's a 9-3 advantage.
Did you know
remember,
that?
it's never over.
Did you know that?
Of course.
I feel like I'm pitching in Coors Field right now with this score. That's exactly how it feels. I'm not going to lie.
I'm telling you, I'm going to stay calm.
All right.
I'm going to stick with my approach.
He's not right. But Carlos, you called Ryan Dempster the human Google, right, when it comes to this show. So he still has a chance to lay that information. All right, and here's one that, let's see how deep he goes with food here. Which one of these ingredients, Ryan, is not in a Chicago sandwich that's sold at Wrigley Field? Is not, all right? Chicken thigh, A, cheddar cheese, B, tomatoes, C, or celery salt, D? Not in a Chicago sandwich.
Yeah, I've crushed that sandwich a few times,
You
Chris, and I know
Okay.
it's cheddar cheese. They do not put cheddar cheese on there.
Very good. All right. He did. He knows his food even when he's pitching at the ballpark and enjoying it. All right, a comeback. There you go. So there's the human Google when it comes to food at Wrigley. All right, coming up. Gets a little bit tougher because no more multiple choice. We have a lightning round. We also have a chance where you can steal some runs. This could be Dempster's specialty. So an upset brewing, but a lot more to go on Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. Stay tuned.
The Frank the Tank was the best reaction there.
Thanks.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say McDonald's.
Right.
I thought maybe Carlos might do the McDonald's thinking, but that was 2015. They tore that down for ready for 2016.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
That was
a tough. I thought that was a tough between those two because of the years. But the most recent was right.
Yeah.
Carlos is in fuego right now.
All right.
I'm not
But he's
nervous
saying he's good.
because I think I'm getting sandbagged somehow.
His own natural, man.
He already figured out the tricky host, but at least he's not. There's no right now, Ryan. There's no bat flipping or anything like that, right? He's got a stakeout.
No.
This one's over.
I just put my head down, run the bases.
There you go. That's what we like.
No trash talking.
So Carlos goes first.
None of you get the 27th out.
Okay.
was gonna have Carlos go first here, but now because Demp's trailing, Demp will go first.
Okay, Ryan is first. Okay.
And remember, these are stealable. So if one of them misses, the other can get the answer as well for 2 more rounds.
All right. So yeah, this could be a big swing here, Dempster. If Ryan, you can tie him up. He stole last time. He stole a couple. I remember. Okay, I'll hold up the scoreboard again and right.
Yeah, 9-5 Carlos. Going to the 7th inning.
Not get one wrong, Carlos.
Yeah, Chris, every time you show the board closer to your left. There you go. You got to go left.
Yeah, like here.
Yep,
okay.
Like that.
Yeah, that's right. I see what. Okay.
All right, 7th inning. Dempster will go first instead of Carlos now for this. 9-5. And stealables. Remember, no choices. All right, here we go.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Nice to have you watching Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite, former Cubs, and both of them former All-Stars. And we have an upset brewing as we check the old-time scoreboard. You see that Carlos has that 9-5 lead. But this is a chance without multiple choice for someone to pick up a couple of runs and maybe steal 2 if his opponent doesn't answer the question properly. So the category, we start, Ryan, with you since you're trailing here, again, with 2 runs. In the category Historical Moments, what former Cubs All-Star led all Major League Baseball players in hits throughout the 90s? Can you name him?
I used his answer when I lost a friend in David Ross earlier in the show, so I'm going to go with Mark Grace on this one.
That is absolutely correct for 2 more runs. So he tightens things up. You also, it was a great, we had a Cubs 360, the inaugural roundtable with you and Lou Piniella and Glanville. And of course, Mark Race was a part of that as well. All right. So Carlos, the pressure is on here at 9-7. If you don't answer this, then Ryan will have a chance to steal it and tie the game. So here's, remember the category historical moments for Carlos. Who is the pitcher that Travis Wood homered off of to become the first relief pitcher to hit a home run in the postseason since 1924? Who was the pitcher Travis Wood homered off of? If you know this.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Okay, he's. I can hear the wood burning, and I'm not talking about the fireplace behind you. All right. Who was the pitcher that Travis Wood homered off of to become the first relief pitcher to hit a home run in the postseason since 1924? So Travis Wood homered off a relief pitcher, or a pitcher, I should say, to become the first relief pitcher to homer in the postseason.
Man, maybe I should consult my lifeline right here. What do you think?
Well, that gives you strength. Is that your gladiator helmet there? You came out strong.
I have no idea.
You want to give us a guess? Throw out you might as well. If not, because he's got. Otherwise, we go to Ryan.
Andrew Miller? I don't know.
Okay, no, that is incorrect. But let's see now if Ryan Dempster, the human Google, as you called him, can answer this and tie the game. So what do you got, Ryan?
I really don't, because I'm struggling right now, and I can't remember if he hit it in 2015 or 2016. And so I'm going to go with 20. I think I'm going to go with 2015, and I'm going to go against the Cardinals, and I'm going to say with a left-handed reliever, name Zach Duke.
No, incorrect. You broke it down nicely, but it was the other year of 2016. It was off George Contos in the NLDS. Remember in the game 2, it was in the 4th inning, and that's absolutely amazing. So it stays a 9-7 game, but you cut into it. All right, now we're on the clock, and in 30 seconds you have to name, and you guys have been through this routine before here. You have to name each answer. You get a run for it, and the person trailing gets to choose the category. The other contestant gets what's left. So we go to you, Ryan, since you're down 2. Do you want World Series MVPs or do you want National League MVPs? Which category?
Let's go with World Series MVPs.
Okay, and when I say go, 30 seconds, name as many as you can. Remember, you don't lose anything for an incorrect answer, so fire away. Name the 11 World Series MVPs for the 2000s, that decade, from 2000 to 2009. And there's a hint. There were 2 players named co-MVPs one year. So that's why there are 11 names, but only 10 possible choices that can give you a run. And if you're ready, set, and go.
Mariano Rivera and John Wetland. Oh, that was too early. Let's go with Jermaine Dye. Let's go with David Eckstein. Let's go with Manny Ramirez. Ben Zobrist. Let's go with Josh Beckett.
5 seconds.
Let's go with Carlos Correa.
Time is up. Time is up, Ryan. So you left out Derek Jeter. We have Chris Antonacci, our researcher.
Yeah.
If we go back, it was Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling was the combo. And Notch, how many did
2001.
you get? Kurt Schilling, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan picked up 4 runs. He nailed all 4 of them from 2003 to 2006.
All right. Wow. So what was one name? Oh, Troy Gloss we left out, right? Was one that we missed. But yes. That's pretty good because that gives you an 11-9 lead. So you now have a 2-run lead over Carlos, who's been very quiet. So Carlos, you're left with the category.
What about 2016? I got
took the lead.
2016, right?
2016.
Ben Zobrist?
No. Let's see. Yes.
So Ben Zobrist is correct, but he's outside the window. Yeah. It was 2000 to 09.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you. That's why we have our,
All
our
right.
fact checker. All right, so Carlos, you've had time. So you're trailing by 2. Name when I say go, you'll be on the clock as we set our old school timer. Here we go.
What?
Name the
How many minutes? How many seconds do I have?
30 seconds. You're like Ryan, he's already
Okay. Okay.
sweating. All right, 30 seconds. Here we
Ask
go.
the question.
Name the 9 different NL MVPs from 1990 to 2000. Name as many as you can. Ready and go.
Shut Barry Bonds, Sammy
Good.
Sosa, Ken Caminiti, Barry Larkin, uh,
15
Terry
seconds.
Pendleton, Jeff Kent, Larry Walker,
5 seconds.
Sammy Sosa, Barry Larkin. I said Barry
Time
Larkin.
is up. Okay, that's all. You got a few. The time is up. Time is up. Let's see. Let's check how many. I was trying to keep tabs. You have the lead back. I think you got
Yeah.
what, 6 or 7 correct?
Carlos picked up
Notch?
7 of the 9. Carlos picked up 7 of the 9. He only missed Jeff Bagwell
Wow.
and Chipper Jones.
Wow.
Oh,
So he
wow.
actually expanded.
I know Barry Bonds won a bunch, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Barry won 3
well,
during that time.
92, 93, 90. That was interesting. All right, so he actually added to his lead, Ryan, which makes it more dramatic
I'm in
as
big
we
trouble.
head to the night. It's a 16-11. This is a typical Wrigley game. So here's the drama, because you're never out of it with the walk-off question. As we head to the commercial here, will return, but the topic, and you can wager the amount of runs you want to put on the line based on this topic. You'll get the question when we return. But the topic is Cubs trades in the last 10 years. Cubs trades in the last 10 years, and you can wager as many runs as you have, but remember, if you get it wrong, you lose those runs. You get it right, you get those runs. Carlos leads Ryan, but we'll see how this one turns out when we continue with the walk-off answer to the question on Play at Home Trivia.
That's a tough one. So
Wow.
wait a second. So now this is the last inning?
Yep. Last
Yes,
question.
and yep. You got to
Oh
write
my
down how many
God.
runs you want to wager on that topic. Then I give you the question.
That's a tough one.
So just
Oh
like last
my
time,
gosh,
you have up.
okay.
You can wager 0 to 16, Carlos, and Demp, you can wager basically 0 to 11.
Dude, good pull on Terry Pendleton. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was.
Dude,
Where did that
I
come
used to
from?
love. I used to love the Atlanta Braves, man. Love the Atlanta Braves. My one of my uncles, that's all he watched every single day. I'll tell you what though,
Hey,
that 90s, that was when we watched. That's when we watched that. We were tuned in
Yeah,
to baseball at that time.
yeah,
no doubt.
I mean, at least I
yeah.
was.
It was. No, and that's also, remember the Sosa McGuire, right? In the later, I mean, that brought people,
Yeah, dude. Like,
that home run. Yeah, home run. But what was, wait a minute, I'm going to go back for a second on your MVPs. Did we get, yeah, see, so I said 2000 to 2009. Ryan, did we end up mentioning Mike Lowell or Cole Hamels or no? I think,
No.
or did we
I
mention?
missed both
No.
those.
No, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll put them up on the screen so people know. But I should have said something there,
Yeah.
or Notch could have. But that's okay. All right, so you guys have your wagers in, and then
So just like last
we'll have
time,
it
we'll
after.
we'll have you guys hold up your paper nice and high so we can see it clearly how many you're wagering. And on that same paper is where you're going to write your answer also. So we can see
okay.
the wager and
Do we
your
do it
answer.
at once, or do we want? Okay, at once, yeah. Okay. And what's this? Oh, well, I'll ask you that when we start recording.
Well, let's see what
Okay.
you're wagering now
Yeah.
so we can figure out.
Yeah.
Just to make sure there's
Yeah, we
no
want to make
ties.
sure there's
and all
not
that stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay, what
So if
what is
so,
the score?
Category?
it's
it's
16 to
16
My
11.
most I
11.
can get is 22.
Right, and you're up 5, Carlos. You're up 5, so you could bet all 16. You could bet 5. You can bet none. But you got to write them down and show them at the same time, so you don't know
Carlos,
what the
you
other
have
picks.
to
You
go
don't
at
know what
least
Ryan's.
7. You have to go at least 7 if you think Demp's going to wager it all and get it right. To win.
Yeah, because otherwise he'll. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or you can slow play it like you did Plesac and hope Demp misses.
Yeah, you got home Dempster misses, but
I mean,
you're told him the human.
I'm banking that Demp is gonna go. You know, he's gonna at least try to catch me. So he's gonna wager at least 5.
Cubs trades last 10 years.
Do your
Wow.
teenagers
All right.
constantly ask for 10 more minutes to stay out? 10 more minutes? 10 more minutes? Can I just have 10
Yes,
more minutes
yes,
with
and
my friends?
I would, yeah, and but you know what I would do? When 9 o'clock seems kind of, I don't know what the age there is, right? But I would usually give them the first like a block, and then if they asked, I would say, you know what, this is coming out of your next ask the next time. You know, like if
Yeah.
I'm giving you 20 or 30, oh, can I get 20 more? Well, sorry, you're going to lose that the next time. You're going to be at 20 minutes early. So then they dial it back. But whatever,
That's
it's
a
a
good
different
point.
time now.
Yeah, and well, I
All
just
right,
worry because
60.
he's out in the dark and on his bike in Chicago, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah, that would be a concern. Can you hold that a little to the other side, Carlos, for me? Sorry,
It's a
well,
I don't
don't
two.
want
show yet.
I don't
And
want them to see it. I
I'm
don't
gonna,
want them to see
No.
it.
yeah, well, you have to, you'll hold them up together. I'm gonna take the chat box out so I can see the clearly. All right, Nick, just so you know.
Yep.
All right.
Demp, are you
All
okay?
right.
Do you need
So
to
how
check
do
on
I?
your phone or anything?
I know he's good. He's good. He's good.
Okay.
I just gave him a
Yeah,
little more time.
if you need
I
to,
took Chris's
we
advice.
can.
Or
There you
if
go.
if you need
You'll
me
have a little
to
there. Then.
if you need me to step outside, I can handle it while you guys are answering the questions.
No, it's all good. Yeah,
All right.
I'm ready.
Do you have
All right.
you
So
written right? You vote. So, do you want to see it,
all right,
Nick?
if
Can
you
you see
both
him
wrote
now
them,
or
let's
no?
see it. Let's see what you wrote.
Hold them up together if you can. Can you hold them up now for us? That's
Oh my goodness.
11 and 2. Oh, he went
All right,
safe.
perfect.
Okay, so that's good. So that means if Ryan gets it right, he wins. Okay, here we go.
Correct.
If
So
he gets
if
it, he
that's the case,
wins. If I
since that's the case, let's
If
have
you
Pena
both,
answer first. Even though Dempster's trailing,
yeah,
let's have Pena answer first so we
right,
know that it
right,
comes down to Ryan.
right. I got to go to Carlo. Yeah, right. Okay, because Carlos, yeah. Okay, I got you. And I'll hold up this to
All
the
right,
left now.
so
Make sure.
when we come back, it's 16 to 11, Carlos. We'll show this how much you're wagering. Once we see that it's 2 and 11, we'll react, and then Chris will now switch it to Carlos showing his answer to the question. Just remember, you're both writing down your answer on that same piece of paper so we can see the wager and the answer. And you're both getting the same questions, both answering the same question.
Okay.
All right, good stuff. Great
All right.
show. A lot of fun.
All right.
And Carlos,
Make
if
sure.
Dempster misses and you end up winning, I need the gladiator back on to close this out. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Play at home trivia presented by Miller Lite and the dramatic conclusion. Remember, with our walk-off question, you're never totally out of it. And as we check the old-time scoreboard, you see that an upset in the making with Carlos Pena leading by 5 runs, 16-11, over Ryan Dempster. The question we asked before, and we asked you to wager the amount of runs you had, the confidence you had. You could wager as many runs as you have on the board based on the topic of Cubs trades. And what did you both? You want to hold up what you wagered? If we can see Ryan, and let's see, 2. Carlos Pena wagers 2 runs, and Ryan Dempster
Whoa!
11. So that means if you both get it right, Ryan Dempster rallies to win. So that means Carlos Pena will be the first one to take on the question. And here it is.
That's all. That's
both,
all his runs. That's unbelievable.
That's right. You played it a
Okay.
little safer, right? You write down your answer with your wager. So who was the pitching prospect traded by the Cubs to the Rays for Matt Garza before the 2011 season? Who was the pitching prospect traded by the Cubs to the Rays for Matt Garza before that season in 2011? And this will decide.
Wow.
Carlos can get to 18 runs, but he has to get this. Otherwise, if Ryan Dempster answers correctly, he rallies for the win. Pena's been leading the entire game. Built at one time, it was I think a 9-3 advantage. All right. Is your
This is
answer,
a tough one.
Ryan, are you written? Are you good or no? He's
I'm
still
good.
thinking.
No,
I think I.
Oh, he's good.
You good? Oh my God. Okay.
He may have gotten in the head of Carlos Pena here.
This is
Carlos,
rough right
you have
here.
to write something.
Hold on.
Is it going to be an 18-0 win or a 22-14 win?
Oh my gosh! Wait.
The
Matt
last
Garza.
in this trade, 2011 season, the pitching prospect traded by the Cubs to the Rays. Then the Matt Garza deal. Who was that
Matt
pitching
Garza goes over there.
prospect?
Oh my God. Okay.
Carlos Pena, the underdog in this match, previous winners, has led from the opening inning, piling on runs. The gap narrowed by Ryan Dempster, and then a 5-run advantage as we came to the ninth. And gentlemen, hold up your answers. The pitching prospect traded by the Cubs. And hold them up, please, along with the runs wagered. If you could hold up your answers for Matt Garza. Gentlemen, ready? At the same time, go ahead. We can hold them up. It's a slow draw there. This is like, we see 11 runs. We see 2 runs. And right below that, we see Chris Archer for Ryan Dempster. And I can't read. Carlos has what?
Woodward.
Oh, Woodward. All right, well, there it is. Ryan Dempster rallies to win by the score of what? 22
Oh, you gotta be
to
kidding
14.
me! You gotta be kidding me, bro.
It was Chris Archer, the 2-time All-Star and current pitcher with the Pirates. Remember, an 8-player deal. Well, you knew that right away, Ryan, didn't you? You didn't have to.
Yeah,
I'm thanking the fans.
and he got
right
all
now.
dramatic.
You know,
he knew it right away.
You gotta like dig down deep. I had a chance in Boston to play with Big Papi, and there was always those big moments when he came up with the Grand Slam. I just channeled my inner Big Papi right there, and it was a heck of an effort. You know, you came out fighting with that gladiator, and you know what? They were entertained. That's right.
Yes, you're entertained. But the guy in the Cubs uni
I can't believe it.
pulls it out.
You got him.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
You're going to have to put that on the shelf, Carlos, until next time. In our first matchup of previous winners on Play at Home, it's Ryan Dempster, the human Googler at his Cubs unit. He came to play, had the eye black and everything. And
I knew he was. I knew, Chris. I knew he was sandbagging me the whole time. I knew it. And when I heard the question, I was like, oh, here we go. Now he's gonna become Google on me. He's gonna become the human encyclopedia on me, and he delivered.
And it all paid off. Well,
man.
It was an entertaining game. I think the folks were all so glued to the set here, saying, "Wait a minute, can Dempster blow?" You know, he came back and won it. And so, because of that, during these unprecedented times, Marquee Sports Network, its partners, along with Ryan, you guys want to impact the local communities in any way we can. And so, for this episode, on behalf of all of us at Miller Lite, donating $500 to Paws Chicago. It's an animal rescue foundation, and each episode, a different local charity will receive a donation. So I thank you both for playing, being good sports. Any parting words, Ryan? You recovered from an early deficit. You never seemed panicked here. You were under control even in the late innings.
You know, I am perspirating quite a bit underneath here. I'm gonna have to change my undershirt after this, but you know, and just like at the plate, it's always a battle when you're facing Carlos at anything in life. And I'm just fortunate right now that I came ahead, and you know, I hope that when I move on to the next round, I do him a little bit of justice.
He stays undefeated.
Wow.
Carlos, you put up a good fight, and thanks for love the uniform. He came to play and stays undefeated. Ryan Dempster for Carlos Pena. I'm Chris Myers, our entire crew. Thanks a lot for watching here. Be safe at home. We'll see you next time here on Play at Home on Marquee Sports Network. That's good.
That was phenomenal. Thanks, guys. Real quick, we just got to take 2 quick promos. So it's just 15-second promos. And then we'll have you both, everyone just smiling at the camera for one of them, too, so we can post stuff on Twitter and Instagram and all of our social sites, too. But hell of a game. A lot of fun. Great game. Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Chris Archer, bro. Seriously.
That was
he's only a
guys.
No big deal.
There was Brandon Geyer.
You know what got me, though?
Yeah. What's that?
That's the same year I went to the Cubs. So I had no idea who went to the race.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that. You know, wouldn't worry about that if you're going to the Cubs. Who was it? Brandon Geyer was in that? Or Chirinos was in that?
And I think and Hawk Jin Liu, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes. Hawk Jin
Wow. Wow.
Hey, real quick story about that guy. They brought him over from minor league camp to run our pickoff and rundown drills. It took us 9 times to catch him.
Really?
Come on.
He was so
fast.
fast. He was so fast. And guys were getting mad. They're like, "Hey, dude, hey, man, you're not going to make the team. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's just run the drill." And he just was just getting out of the rundown. It was like so funny.
Trying to impress in any way he could. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's good.
So this
This is just our
on this
promo. Go ahead, Chris.
And they stare at the camera smiling, and I just mentioned it's a quick one, right? This one they don't talk, right? For Ryan.
Yep.
Okay.
And then for the next one, because we have such good personalities here, you don't have to even say much. You can just be like, coming up on Play at Home Trivia this week, guys. What kind of battle is this gonna be?
Yeah, and give me give me a quick sentence on about your battle and your epic matchup. Don't give it away.
Carlos, bring back your gladiator for this promo.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Hey,
I'll
Carlos.
say, what do you got?
Yes, sir.
Look to your right. Look to your right.
Yeah.
I'll look to my left.
Oh yeah, that
Let's
looks
just be
good.
like going down.
Yeah.
And put the gladiator
Some
helmet
Brady
on.
Bunch stuff. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's good.
Carlos, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good
Looking
call.
right.
Like this.
Nope, you're
No,
right.
You're right. You're right. Your other right.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at my. It's okay.
No,
Well, no one will
that
see it
was
because
fun.
with the mask on.
Yeah. You're good.
All right, here we go. Chris, this is just our regular promo, and then we'll do the
Okay.
second one too.
Then the second one. Okay.
Yep.
Want me to just go? Okay.
Yeah,
3,
three,
2. Coming up this week on Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite, a couple of former Cubs, Ryan Dempster and Carlos Pena. Watch these two All-Stars test their knowledge. A first-ever battle of winners from a previous episode. Tune in. That's 8 Central, Wednesday on Marquee Sports Network. Is that all right?
Put the gladiator mask on and look to your right. And Dempster's going to be
Okay,
looking
on
to his left.
Yeah.
We're talking to each other.
On this
We're
one,
gonna do it now?
I'll set you guys up. Yeah, and Ryan, and I'll say, hey, Ryan Dempster, what do you have for us or something? What are you expecting? And then right after Ryan, Carlos, you go and you can do your mask thing. And then at the end, I'll just say, hope you join us. Or back to Cole. All right. So here we go.
So after Ryan talks, Carlos, you're putting the mask on and then looking to your left. I mean, you're right. You're right. Yep.
There you go. That side. Yep.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2.
Coming up this week on Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite, a couple of former Cubs and former All-Stars, Ryan Dempster and Carlos Pena, as they go at it. It's Wednesday, 8 Central on Marquee Sports Network. And Ryan, what should we look forward to?
Oh, you're going down, Carlos. Don't forget
1
it.
second. Now we're ready. Now I'm ready, Dan.
Whoa.
What you got, son? You ready for me? Because I'm ready.
Play at Home Trivia. I feel like Alice on the Brady Bunch. We hope you tune in.
Hilarious.
That's good.
All right, and then one where you guys are just smiling at the camera. So we're just going to smile at the camera here.
Oh, for a photo? No talking?
Look at this
Yeah.
mop.
That was
Okay.
fun. That was good.
What a mop. Oh, good. Something like that. Got to get a haircut, son.
All right, quick smile here, CP. Show the pearls.
Oh,
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our last thing is Chris asked the question to Cole that's at the bottom of the sheet. So you're sending it to Cole Wright in the group. You're just asking that trivia question.
yeah. I didn't get that. What's the trivia question?
Question is, which Dempster will definitely know. It's what World Series, what former World Series MVP did Jake Arrieta take deep in the postseason? World Series MVP that Arrieta took deep in the postseason.
Former
And you're
World
sending it
Series
to Cole.
MVP.
Yep.
Okay,
That Jake Arrieta homered off.
Mad bomb.
Correct.
took. Oh yeah, that's right. Took deep post
Rerun.
season. Okay.
Best line.
Oh, yeah,
and
I think-
could hear it from row 2. John Lester yelled in the dugout because Mad Bomb never got hit. And
Right.
when Arrieta, I'm sitting in row 2, and all of a sudden from the dugout, Lester yells, "The Russian is cut!" He did the Rocky IV line.
Wow.
It was so good.
So
It was
cool.
so good.
Amazing. What's better, that line or Pedroia walking up to Ortiz and asking him what his name is after 8 years hitting behind him?
Oh my God, dude.
That's amazing. Did that really happen?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh
That's
my!
the good
Oh,
stuff.
I did find that. I did have the question here. Okay, so you want these
All
guys
right.
when I do that? You want them to respond to it, right? To have.
Yeah. What do you guys want to respond,
Yeah.
or do you want
Or
to?
you
It's
just
up
want
to
to
you
have
guys.
fun
Do
with
you want to respond? I mean, Depp knows the answer. So do you want to say something funny? Do you want to say I know, but I don't want to give it away? Cole, do you know? We
Yeah.
can do one of those where Demp, you throw it to Cole instead of Chris.
Yeah, you could do
No,
that. That'll
like
be
Chris.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got a
Whatever.
little
I'll do
something
it.
I could say. I could say something funny about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I got something.
Just so you don't have to give the answer away. And I don't know if you
Yep.
want to say something.
I got a little hint.
Carlos,
I
just
got a little hint.
off of him, you could say something about either Arrieta or this or that, or just something like, "Hey, I'm looking forward to, facing Dempster." It's just a quick line. Okay, we'll make that work.
Carlos, you can drop a placata on us there for you can say I don't remember the pitcher, I just remember it was the placata.
Do your muscles.
Nice.
Be like,
All right, here we go. This is the last
there.
thing. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this is Chris Myers coming up on Play at Home Trivia this week, presented by Miller Lite. A couple of former Cubs and former All-Stars, and Ryan Dempster and Carlos Pena. It's the first time we matched two previous winners on the show, and we'll put their minds to work 8 Central on Wednesday. Cole, our question, one of the ones we'll be talking about, and I'll ask you guys, Ryan and Carlos, what former World Series MVP did Jake Arrieta take deep in the postseason in 2016?
Well, I think I know the answer, but if I say it, I might knock that pitcher off his horse, and I don't want to do that.
I don't know the answer, Dan, but I remember that it was a placata, and that's all I care about. It don't matter who hit it.
All right, tune in for these guys and having some fun on Play at Home Trivia. Cole, let's go back to you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Good.
A lot of fun.
That was good. Thanks.
Stay,
Yeah, Ryan
stay
and
safe
Carlos,
out there.
great work. Have a good holiday.
Chris, great to see you, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Chris,
I hope we can do this in
Yep,
I we do it in a studio sometime. Take care. All right.
Same here.
It's a fun show,
Carlos,
man.
love you,
Good to see
brother.
you guys. God
Happy
bless.
belated birthday again.
Man,
You guys were good.
thank you for your message, kiddo. Appreciate it.
You got it,
Thanks,
bro.
my
See you,
man.
Dempsey.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
All right.
Later.
Nick, do you need me for any fixes or anything, or we think we're okay?
Nope. We're all set.
We're all set. Okay, thanks
That
a
was a
lot,
good one.
Kevin and Notch, everybody. Yeah, thanks for keeping it moving. That was great. Him dressing up too. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, have a good holiday. And need anything, holler.